welcome to Grit Nation Team Call. It's Wednesday night, May 30th. I can't believe I know what day it is. I'm shocked. I'm super excited. We're going to talk a little bit about the Love Your Body campaign that we're going to do in June. So June 25th, it's going to start on June 25th. It's going to be a 30-day boot camp style group, kind of like some groups I've run before. We're going to do a positive affirmation / devotional in the morning. We're going to do some recipes and some nutrition tips throughout the day. You guys are going to jump on board and help with those things. And then we're going to do, obviously, like our post of what we're eating, some different recipes that we're using, our shakes, those kind of things. Just an accountability group is basically what it is. You guys know how these are run. There's a lot of content that you can find on Pinterest about like different quotes, stuff like that. I'm actually reading a book right now called Escape the Diet Trap, which I'm really excited about because it's talking about fad diets. It's talking about how people lose weight, how they don't lose weight, why so many people are struggling, the mindset behind people who feel like they're always failing at dieting. I've been in this mindset for a really long time. And so I'm excited. As you can see, I've taken lots of notes. I'm excited to pull things out and to talk about those things. But first, before we dig into all of those things, I wanted to recognize some of you guys for doing some stuff. Denise, for signing a person this week. So excited for you. April's been chatting people up. She's got some Aflac people she's chatting with. And I think it's fabulous. Like, fabulous. I am now a T-ball mom, officially. And so I feel like there's going to be some conversations on the T-ball field, which I don't know if I'm comfortable with. There was also some conversations at the pool today. So I really got to get into that whole mindset of like, you can take your business offline. It's totally normal because I've been on a network, like social media business type thing forever. What? Yes, I want to call. Please. Go away. Sorry, we're having an interruption. Man, he's annoying. Oh, love him. Anyway, so congrats to you guys. I'm so proud of you. I have been, just for accountability sakes, I've been writing down the things that I've been doing all day and making notes for myself because I forget things. To write them down. I'm keeping a little stack after the end of the week. I want to see what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, because there's obviously things that I am shying away from, and a lot of that has to do with inviting to the business. Do I feel confident in it? Yes. But am I doing it? Not as much as I should. Some other things I'm going to be sharing in the team page this week are Instagram growth related. I feel like so many of you would benefit from growth on Instagram just because it's more cold market. I feel like a lot of us have family and people that we don't necessarily want to invite to this business on Facebook just because we've done things before and, you know, whatever. I don't want to mess with that. So I feel more called to do things on Instagram. So in this summer season where people are going on vacation, there's the excuse that like, oh, business is going to slow down. This could actually be a time for us to reinvent what we're doing and find our niche, however you say that, on Instagram. Learning how to use the stories effectively, learning how to post for your 5 pillars, so the 5 things that you stand out for. Learning how to really get confident building a brand that is not focused on products, because I keep listening to these podcasts that I'm going to share with y'all throughout the rest of this 14-day training. And they're all talking about the fact that you've got to be something besides a product, because at the end of the day, if the product was no more, you still have followers. And it's not about having the biggest following, because actually, if you have a smaller following, you have more engaged followers a lot of the time. So you could have 5,000 really engaged people on your Instagram that know you, that love you, that message you. And this is something that you can be for someone else. So when you are thinking about what you want in the future, so think about some things you want in the future. I want to be an ex-pipeline wife. I don't want to be in pipeline forever. You know, I'm a toddler mom right now. I'm a T-ball mom. I'm a, stay-at-home mom. Whatever the things are, look for those descriptors and find people. We'll talk more about hashtags, but you don't have to hashtag yourself to death. There are other ways to grow your Instagram, and a lot of that has to do with Instagram stories. We'll go over that again this week, but using the location. So say there's somewhere in the United States that you've never been, that you always wanted to visit. You can swipe up and it'll give you the GIFs, it'll give you the locations, it'll give you the fun little stickers you can put on there. It'll give you, like, you can mention someone on there. I don't have my phone around to show you guys, but you swipe up and it brings up this whole like toolbar of things that you can do, and select location and then type in a location. So say it's Destin, Florida. You can tag your stuff Destin, Florida, and everyone from Destin, Florida that checks out that little tag will see you. It's crazy, but it's a good way to get new eyes on your stuff. Another thing to think about when you do speaking clips on Instagram stories, it's really good. People want to know your personality, so I do funny clips of the girls. I do some things that are on my mind. So usually, like after my devotional in the morning, I might do a little clip or two about something that I'm learning or seeing or doing, and in those clips I'll do different swipe up, do different hashtags. So hashtag toddler mom or hashtag coffee and Jesus or whatever. And so anybody that clicks on those hashtags will see your story. So there's so many new ways to get eyes on your page, but you want to make sure that one, it's upbeat, fun, it's who you are. There's no pressure about what you're doing. And it's real life. You don't want things to look so staged that people are like, she is not a real person. Like, no, I don't need any more of those fake people on Instagram. I got tons of those accounts following me. Real life things that matter to you. So I always take a picture of my coffee, which I feel ridiculous for every morning. I always take a picture of my coffee because I want people to know I love coffee. I'm never going to give it up. I may cut back, but I'm never going to give it up. I want people to see my children. I'm a mom. I'm an active mom of small kids. You know, I get asked all the time, how do you balance business and babies? I'm like, coffee and Jesus. That's the only answer I have, like, for real. I also want people to see, and this is where the business side of things comes in. So when we get this group going and you've got people actively engaged, share their results. Share little messages that they sent you. And what you do is you, at the top of your Instagram stories, this takes a little bit of time, but it's totally worth it, I promise. It gets you so much engagement. At the top, there's a little marker, just like there is with Facebook stories. Blot out their names, color in their face. Like, don't give any descriptors of who it is unless you have permission. And I do the same thing when people share transformation pictures. I put a little sticker over their face because not everybody's comfortable with that. And you want to honor that. So you can always ask if it's okay to share. But then you share these things and people see them, they're like, oh, like what she's doing really works. That's exciting. Or like when I share you guys on there sometimes, she signed her first customer, she hit consultant, you know, those kind of shout outs. It doesn't stay on there forever, but I can mention you in it. So not only do my people see it, but your people see it and they ask questions. And then as you give little details throughout the week, so say we're going to do a prep week on the 18th where everyone's going to have their package bought or they're going to be in the process of buying their package. We're going to put them in this group and we're going to start telling them what to expect. When you get your box, this is what you should expect. This is the routine. Because I feel like when people get their box and then they immediately have to start, they're like, what the heck is going on? So we're going to give them a prep week to where they can get recipes in order. They can understand how the cleanse day works. They have a little bit of time to breathe and to get to know people. I really want us to get to know each other in this group and the people that we're bringing on with us, because I think it's just better when everyone engages. But the week before that, and even over this next week, like I'll be talking about, you know, we're opening up spots for the Love Your Body Challenge. And so what I'll do is I will make like a little roster thing, like 1 through 10, and I'll put Love Your Body Challenge and I'll put spots. And then when people sign up for those spots, I will put their whatever their screen name is, even if it's from Facebook, I'll put their @ whatever their name is as it fills up, and I'll, you know, post a little something over it. Says 4 more spots left or 5 more spots left, whatever. And then it's just like a breadcrumb type thing. I'll talk more about that tomorrow when I have my phone. I'll do a Zoom and I'll record how I do it, but super easy, best attraction marketing ever. The worst thing you can do is be all about products. You got to be about real life too. April, you got to share about your son who plays baseball, or your special needs son. Like, you got to share about those things because people want to know that. Tiffany, you got to share about being a twin mom. You do a great job sharing about that. Being a twin mom, like, what's that like? Denise, you have a lot of kids, you know, like, share about that. You got to share about these things because that's how people get to know you. And when people get to know you, it's a know, like, trust. They know you, they like you, they trust you. And when you get to that level of trust, then you can ask for the sale. So they do this thing, it's called jab, 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 right hook. Give, 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 ask. So you're giving people pieces of you, and then when you ask, so you're connecting with them, you're connecting with other twin moms, you're connecting with other are you a speech pathologist or a speech therapist? Pathologist, therapist, pathologist. You're connecting with other speech pathologists, maybe you could put that in like one of your little clips or something, Fit Moms or Moms on Fire for Jesus, whatever it is. You're finding these people and you're having real connections with them. Take time, guys. I did calls for other people today, and let me tell you what I did. Hold on. These people don't even belong to me. I was asked to do phone calls with them because they're coming over from Beachbody, and they wanted to ask a Beachbody coach what it was like to come over. And so I got on calls with them. Hold on, I gotta find it. Okay, mind you, these are not my people. I'm not signing them up. I'm getting nothing from them. But I know what it's like to have questions. And so I did some research on these people that messaged me. And I was in a three-way message, and I said, hey, yeah, I'll jump on the phone with you. Absolutely. First thing I did was I went to their profile. Are they married? Do they have kids? Do they love animals? Are they active, outdoorsy people? Do they love Jesus? I wanted to know some things about them so that when I had a conversation with them, it wasn't weird. I felt like we were best friends. We were meeting over coffee, whatever. And I legitimately took notes over who they were. It takes a little bit more time, but if you're really looking at this person and saying, I feel like I could have coffee with her. I feel like, she would be sitting next to me at my kid's t-ball game. Like, I feel like we could be good friends. You want to know things about them outside of, like, if they're another product user. I don't want to know if they do eat works. I don't really care about that, but I want to know, are they a mom? Are they someone who likes to enjoy a nice cup of coffee at 8 o'clock at night because their kids are finally asleep and they got stuff to do? Like, what is it about them that I want to know? And that's what I messaged them about. Today, I took some time, made a list of names, and I'm going through these things, people that I don't know. Like, what do I want to know about them? Is this someone I would be interested in inviting to my team? Because, yes, I want to grow fast, but at the same time, I want to grow with people that I want to be surrounded with. You guys. Like, I love you guys. And I would have coffee with all of you. But it's because I know about your background. I know who you are. I mean, some of us were thrown into the mix earlier on, but I know more about you now, and you're people that I want to do life with. And so when you research people to join your team, to ask, to get to know, to ask if they'd be interested in products, know more about them than just whether or not they work out. Like, know more about them than, whether they're just not sleeping or they're overweight. Like, those can be connection points. But you want to have something that bases a real relationship, because it's got to go past products. Now, people tell me all the time, the best thing that I ever do is I follow up with them on things that are not product related. So they may have asked about products and they may have ghosted me. I may not have heard from them. I'll be like, hey, I saw that your grandpa passed away. I'm so sorry to hear that. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? Can I pray for you? It has nothing to do with products, because there's more to life. Yes, they're fabulous. We love them. They give us energy. They're awesome. But these are real human beings that just want to feel like someone cares about them. And you would be not surprised, hopefully, when you message someone and you're like, I just love following you. Everything that you speak about, that you talk about, that you share about, it's like, we could be best friends. And I hope you don't think I'm a weirdo, because I just really, every time I read your post, I just feel like I'm reading my own. I admire you. I'd love to connect with you. Just something as genuine as that. They would be so flattered. And if they're not, they're rude and you don't need to be with them. But that's just a little bit about what's coming up for Instagram. I'm doing some serious research. A lot of it's podcasts, because I know that we're busy, and podcasts are something you can put in. You take notes on your phone. You can write it down real fast. Like, I love podcasts, and they're such good value. And a lot of them, like the one I shared today from Jenna Kutcher, has freemiums that you can go in and you can learn about these things for free. We don't always need to pay for training. So that's what's coming your way. I'm really working hard on this because it's something that I am spending time doing this summer. I want to be more intentional with the followers that I have. I want to get to know them. I want to go through and see who I'm following. Do I need to be following them? Because they're going to, show up in my feed. Or is it someone that, not so much. Second thing before we go into the Love Your Body campaign, make a list of people that you want on your team. Doesn't matter what they're doing, how many followers they have, if they're a millionaire, like, does not matter. Write them down and make it your goal to get out of your comfort zone one time a day. Maybe talking to them, sending them a message, letting them know you admire them, inviting them to be on your team, whatever it is. To grow your business this summer, make one sacrifice. You got to make one sacrifice somewhere. So that for us is I am sacrificing morning hours. I am sacrificing part of my paycheck to pay for a babysitter to come in and sit with my kids so that I can be the kind of leader I want to be. Have intentional time to sit down every single day. It scares me to death because it's not a lot of money every week, but you know, it's a good chunk of change. That's sacrifice that I'm making. Second, build one new relationship. This summer, this week, today, build one new relationship, like a genuine, heartfelt relationship based on Tiffany or Frozen, based on things that matter to you. 3, do one new thing. So for me, that's changing the way that I do Instagram. Really taking time to think about what I'm going to talk about, to take pictures, take a little bit longer to take pictures to make sure the lighting's good, to make sure that if I'm going to be on there, like I don't have to be put together, but just make sure the picture is well lit and clear. It's a good picture. 4, make an investment in your business this summer. So whether that is buying your ticket, you're going to go all in, you're going to buy your ticket to Celebration and you're going to just make it happen. Whatever it is, or you're going to go to another business conference. I've got several that I want to go to this year. The Narrow Conference with the She Works His Way group. What was the other one? There was another one. There's actually 3 of them that I wanted to go to, and I wrote them down somewhere. But deciding which one of those am I going to do, because it involves travel, so it's going to involve more money. It's a commitment. I'm going to commit to it. It's something that I'm going to do. And then 5, do one thing that makes you uncomfortable. So we already talked about that. Do one thing that makes you uncomfortable. If that's talking to one person, if that's posting a vulnerable post, if that is talking to people at the pool, just getting to know new moms, getting more comfortable with that. I literally just had a pregnant lady. She's doing August, mowing my yard. And I was like paralyzed. I could not go talk to her. And Zach's like, why can't you say hi? And I'm like, because she's mowing my yard and I feel terrible. And he was like, okay, but like she's a normal person too. And I'm like, I know, but I just feel bad. Like I feel like I should feel bad. And he was like, I bet she'd really like you. And I'm like, I'm sure she would. I'll take her some banana bread tomorrow. Then we'll talk. But do something that makes you uncomfortable. Being less socially awkward is going to be what I'm really working on. And then the last thing, at the end of every single day, start being more mindful of the things that you learned today. This is something that I've really started to do over the last month as life is changing so crazily. I'm slowing down and I'm saying, what did I learn today? Did I learn something from my children? Did I learn something from my Bible study? Did I learn something from a conversation that I had? Did I learn something from, a little bit of a training that I watched, or just the way that I work today? Is there something that I can pull out of today? Because that's what's going to take and inspire you in your own life. So many times we spend so much of our day comparing ourselves to others. We work on social media, like it's really hard not to. But if you can start pulling the goodness that comes out of your day and say, what did I learn today about myself? Did I get gritty today? Because today I need a little bit of stuff. Did I, was I intentional today? Or, did I learn compassion today? Did I learn grace today? Whatever it is, you have to kind of dig down deep inside yourself and find inspiration for what you're doing. Inspiration for the people that you're talking to and connecting with. What was really good about your day? What was hard about your day? That was something we used to do as kids as we were sitting around the dinner table. It was what's a high of your day, what's a low of your day, and share that with team, share that with people, make a post about it. What's a quote or something that you pulled out of personal development today? Always find something in your own life that inspires you, because that's how you keep your blinders on, and that's how you stay focused on the awesome work that you're doing. It's really hard for me not to see all of these people that are experiencing this crazy growth in their teams, but it's like, I just got started over. Like I just started fresh. And so I can't focus on what everyone else is doing because I'm not everybody else. God did not call me to be anyone else. He called me to be me. And so I have to focus on what is good about my life and give praise that this is where I'm at and this is the things that are in front of me. It's going to be awesome. And this is something that we're going to implement in the 30-day Love Your Body campaign because I think it's so important. I think it's so important for us to teach people how to look inside their own lives and realize that they have everything. Like, so many times we feel like we are lacking things, lacking, whatever, but we have what we need in front of us. We're just so busy looking at what everyone else is doing that we're missing it. And it's sad because I'm the worst at this. But so the 30-day Love Your Body campaign, start talking about it now. I'm going to share some stuff with you that Emma shared with me. Emma has been writing posts for this, how to promo this, different things, get different ideas to kind of get the wheels turning. She's very passionate about this. But I'm going to share that with you guys. It's in our Google Drive folder, and you guys are welcome to look at it, tweak it, make it your own, and put your pictures with it. This is where you have to be willing to get in front of the camera. You have to be willing to put your face out there because people want to see what you're doing. They want to see your change. They want to see, what is so great about this business. Denise posts these amazing posts all the time, like just giving Isagenix and Jesus or whatever. And people are like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? Or talking about how much energy she has. You gotta put your face in front of the camera because people want to see you. And so it's going to be awesome. We're planning a prep week, June 18th. So we need to have everyone started with their pack by June 18th or by the end of that week so that they have their, let's say middle of that week, Wednesday of that week, so that they have their stuff to start on Monday, June 25th. Because I really want everyone to have their stuff. I don't want any stragglers. And I think if we make it a limited time thing, there'll be more demand for it. So I'm looking for 25 participants. Now I'm going big and ballsy because what else am I going to do? And I am going to give some things away for people that come on with 2 friends. So if I have a person that buys a value pack and they come on with 2 friends who also buy a value pack, they're going to get a free canister of shakes. You don't have to do this, but it's just something that I'm doing. If they buy the ultimate pack, which is step down, doesn't have the vitamins, and something else. If they come on with 2 friends that also buy the ultimate pack, they're going to get a free box of protein bars. If they do the 30-day basic kit and they get 2 people that come on with that, doesn't matter what line it is, they're going to get e-shots. And from now until I think July 1st, we have up to $50 in free shipping, which is freaking huge. I hate paying for shipping so much. It makes me crazy. But that's a big incentive. So that's $50 off. And if you wanted to give something away, you could pay for their membership. PayPal them $25 or however much it is for their membership. You don't have to do that, though. Don't think you have to do that. But that's just something I'm doing to raise the ante, to get people to come on with friends because we know how important accountability is. There's also double PIBs involved with that. So what else? I showed you guys, I've already got a big calendar up here. I'm gonna write people's names down, keep track of people that way. So what I'm thinking for this group, and you guys can unmute yourselves and give me some feedback on what you think. I'm thinking some motivational or devotionals, and we can each take turns doing on this. In the morning, maybe a shake recipe or nutrition tip. Of course, our check-ins with our pictures and recipes and things. And then just like a funny, at the end of the day, like, what was your high of the day? What was your low of the day? What did you learn today? But with like a funny meme or something. How does that sound? Yeah? Anybody got any ideas for things? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Okay, so Katie, I am muted. I don't know. So when you're talking about the devotionals and things, are you talking about like a book or are you just talking about like, okay.
Just something that you're reading, like a personal development book or something that you got from, your quiet time or whatever. It doesn't have to be anything formal. It can be. If you have like a 365-day devotional, you can screenshot something and just give people, like I do the She Works His Way devotionals a lot. And I just screenshot them and share them in my Instagram stories, but that's another one that you could share in there. It doesn't have to be anything super formal, but just to get people's idea on mindset growth. And that's what I'm learning from the book, Escape the Diet Trap, is that it's 100% mental. Like most of it is 100% mental, and it's how we're restricting ourselves with food. It just plays in our mind over and over. I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, and it's all you think about because you feel deprived. And then once you get food and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have food, it's where people binge eat. And then it's crazy. I've been like highlighting like crazy. But so I'm going to share some stuff from that in there. But I would like for you guys to just share whatever you feel excited about. If you have some specific articles on things and there are people in there that are dealing with certain diseases, you just really want to hammer home that, these are things that work. They're good. You can also share those. We're going to keep the Nutrition Made Easy group running. And so we're just going to keep posting in there as well. That's just a group to add people to learn about the products, for us to share our personal journeys, etc. But the 30-day group, you do have to have a package of some sort to join.
Okay.
Just so it's like we're on board, everybody, because you put some skin in the game, you're likely to follow through with it.
Hey, Katie, one thing that we need to, or I think is the healthy mind and body.
I saw that you started that.
Yeah, I started that a couple of days ago, and today is on day 3. And I think that's one thing that we need to not forget about, that we can offer our people, because the thing it says in there, I mean, it's $40, but if you finish it, they give you that back.
Oh, awesome.
Coupons or whatever whenever you finish it, kind of like I don't know, like, isn't like with the IsaBody challenge, you get like $200 or something like that?
Hey, Katie, so I can help with this. So when you complete your Healthy Mind and Body, you get a $45 product coupon. They'll put it in your back office for you, and you can do that more than once. So you can sign up again right after if you want. And yes, the IsaBody challenge, you get a $200 product coupon when you submit your 16-week challenge and you finish that judging period. And then they will also mail you a t-shirt. So, and you can complete that. I think I'm on my 9th one.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you also get, so if you are an honorable mention, you get $1,000. If you're a finalist, you get $3,000. And then you also win 3 trips. So my husband was a finalist last year. So we were able to go to Banff, Canada for Top Achievers. And then they paid for our trip to Las Vegas, where if you're a finalist, you'll compete on stage against the other 14 finalists. And then you get to go on a trip to Costa Rica with all of the finalists together. So
fun.
And they do have 2 random draws each year. And so I would definitely sign up for that, because it is free to sign up, and then you can complete it as many times as you want, like I said. So because we have 2 accounts, we get $400 each judging period. So that's $1,200 a year in free product.
Where can you find more information about the IsaBody challenge? Because I don't.
Okay, so you can go to isabodychallenge.com, or you're going to go to in your back office, you're going to go under contests and promotions, and there's a link, and it'll have the IsaBody challenge, and it's going to tell you like your start date. It's very simple to enter. You just enter your starting weight, and then you do your 4 pictures, your face, your front, your side, and your back. And at the end, you just do the same 4 pictures, and you write a little, it says essay, but it's more, like a couple paragraphs.
Awesome.
So I highly recommend it. And the t-shirts are super cute, and they're very comfortable.
Ooh.
I usually have one on, but today I got dressed.
Today I put real clothes on.
Yeah.
Is there any I guess I can read about it. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I probably know.
Well, is there any stipulations, like certain BV you have to have?
Yes.
3 months?
So you have to have 500 BV by the time you finish your 16-week challenge. So from the time you enter, so I always tell people, if you're signing someone up, and let's say they're signing up with the President's Pack, that's 320 points. If they enter that same day that they have purchased their pack, not when they received it, the same day that they ordered it, those points count towards your challenge.
Okay.
So you have to have 500 points by the end of the 16 weeks.
That's a good idea, because I ask people to take their before pictures and measurements anyway.
Yeah. So I would highly encourage that. Sometimes it's hard if, people, and, you get their order in late at night if there's a special or something, and then they're not able to do that. But if they're also staying active and purchasing 100 points per month, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Thank you so much.
you're welcome.
I just think that Mind and Body is good because it focuses on mindset. And, you know, weight loss and all of this is so much mindset. And 8 years ago when I first started, I wish that I would have really focused on mindset. So I think that if we all, you know, bring that up, and that would be, you know, I just think that's another awesome tool that Isagenix offers.
Absolutely. Now, what kind of stuff is shared in there, April? We don't have too much time, but is it like quotes? Is it just like a reading, like a daily reading, or?
There was a video where he was talking about kind of like going over what it was. And then like today it gives you basically kind of like where you start kind of like your day, your affirmations and stuff. It like helps you to create like your statements or whatever. I mean, it's like today there was a video. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again, but it's just every day they're going to hold on. I took some notes on it on the very first video that I watched. Let me find it where it was talking about what it was gonna be. Where did I do it? Hold on, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Like the things that they're focusing on are like vision. Like, you know, you need to know where you want to go, write out where you want to go and what you want to create, capture it, you know. And then they work on breaking old patterns. You know, you do things unconsciously, like you eat, you emote, you behave. And it's like, what are those habits you have in place that are keeping you from moving towards your vision? And then it said they'll work on helping you build new habits. And then let's see, 4, discipline your imagination, focus on who you can be, stay out of the past and be in the now. And then like 5 is roles and modeling. I didn't write anything else on that. And then 6 is talking about taking risks. Most people fail because they are uncomfortable with their success or the idea of success. It says your mind is like an operating system, and it's how you've programmed it is what your results are, what you're going to get. So
Awesome.
that was like the first video going over the things that they're going to focus on over the next, I think it's 60 days is what it is.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look into that because that sounds like something that would be a good tool to use. And I like the idea of signing people up with it, or the IsaBody challenge when you sign them up with their package. I think that's a really good idea.
But it's $9.99 for it, but like she said, you get $45 when you get done.
Right.
So,
it's basically free.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'm going to share the link to the Google Drive folder that I have for Isagenix. I have just a Isagenix Google Drive folder with prep week, with meal plans, with all kinds of stuff in there. I'll share that with you guys. You guys can look through there. Feel free to take what you want and use on your personal page. Please just change the verbiage of it because we all speak differently, and people are going to know if it's not you. Sometimes Emma's great at mimicking me, and so it's like, did I write that or did you write that? But super thankful for her, and super thankful for you guys. I'm so happy to see your faces today, and I hope you guys are having a great week. We're going to do big things this summer, and so I hope you all believe that and are on board to just make this happen. Like I sometimes, phone's going to die. Thanks for letting me join. Thanks for joining, Jesse. Have a good night. I just want you guys to understand how much I believe in you. Today I was kind of doubting myself a little bit. I was like, oh man, am I capable of running a team of rock stars? Because we have a team of rock stars. And then I was like, how am I not capable of running a team of rock stars? Like you guys basically run the show anyway. So all I got to do is be like, you guys are awesome. Keep it up. You're doing great. But when you start to think like that, when you start to feel like that, know that I think like that too. Know that you're not the only one that struggles. Know that you're not alone. We have a whole freaking team. And I'm excited to see in the month of June who I can pull. Actually, throughout the rest of this week, I'm going to really keep flooring it because I want to see what I'm capable of. And I hope you guys do too. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit your ability. If you want to go to Celebration, put your mind to it and start serving people. Give, ask. serve people with value, share things that you're learning on social media. Don't be so afraid and hide behind the products, because while the products are great, you're even better. And people need to see who you are and the changes that you're making. So take some little time this evening while you're sitting there to plan out, what do you want to talk about this week? What are the kind of things that you want to share with people? Who are you? What do you want people to know? What are some positive things and things that you don't necessarily love about yourself that you're working to improve? Because that's where people can get on board. That's where people learn to love you and trust you. And they're like, okay, whatever, I want some of that juice. Just give it to me. I feel like I need to have you in my presence. But remember, at the end of your day, what did I learn today? I want to ask you guys this every day. And if I don't, you ask me. But thank y'all for getting on. Love y'all so much. Y'all have a good evening. Bye, girls.